What is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs? You are listening to another episode of Hardcore Geek Wrestling. And as always, I'm your host, Ryan, aka Mr. Showtime, and I'm here with the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Chase Merriman. What's going on, dude?
What's up? Alive and in living color. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What do you see? The cult of personality.
Yeah, we got Survivor Series, 2012 playing in the background. We got that weird Survivor Series collection going on. All right, so speaking of Survivor Series, this is why we're here.
Yeah,
the Survivor Series weekend. So yeah, we not only do we have to talk Survivor Series, we got to talk NXT Takeover Toronto. I keep saying Brooklyn. I don't know why.
I think because the Brooklyn was the last release Takeover special.
Maybe, yeah, that's probably it. But man, I am super pumped here for this one. I usually don't get excited for Survivor Series. That's really
Survivor Series is one of those ones. Yeah, it's like the least favorite pay-per-view I think of most fans of the Big Four. I think it's always usually WrestleMania and then like Royal Rumble, then SummerSlam, and then Survivor Series.
Yeah, I do agree.
But Survivor Series is the second oldest, if I'm correct, a pay-per-view. Yeah,
it originated from Richfield, Ohio, so I guess kind of Cleveland, right? It's kind of like our hometown pay-per-view. You want to think about it. I think our new hometown pay-per-view is Fastlane. We always joke about that, even though it's only come here once.
Yeah. I don't think so far Cleveland has been announced for a pay-per-view yet. Crazy.
Yeah, well, we do get the go home show for the Royal Rumble, so I'm really pumped about that. Yeah. I know we're both going. I'm going with my work friends, and
SmackDown's in Toledo next day. I thought about going because I'm like, oh man, SmackDown's roster, especially with Taker's there.
Yeah, I know. Well, I got some predictions, some Rumble predictions for Taker, and some Survivor Series predictions. So we want to get into all that and more. Before we get into anything, I just want to thank you guys for all your downloads, your listens. Be sure to join in the conversation tonight. We are on Spreaker.com/user/hardcoregeek. You can check out all of our past episodes at hardcoregeekcast.com. We're on Twitter at HCGeekcast. We're also there for Geek Wrestling. So if you just want to talk wrestling, that's where we're at. We're currently live now on Spreaker and YouTube and iHeartRadio and all those fun places. And check us out on iTunes too. Is that all the plugs? Is that all the shameless plugs I can get out right now?
That's a lot of good shameless plugs.
Good. We don't have any merch, so I can't haggle any merch right now. So I don't know. Just give us money. How about that?
Yes, please.
All right, dude. Okay. So tomorrow I'm in a predicament. Okay. I have a family function. All right. It's my aunt's retirement party. So it's super, super cool, right? Really pumped for that.
Yeah, because you get some free food.
Well, yeah, and obviously, get to see family and all that. So
is this your mom's side or dad's side?
This is my wife's aunt. So
okay.
She's my aunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's mine.
Aunt-in-law.
Aunt-in-law. So happy retirement, Aunt Sandy. Bam. There you go. You're immortalized.
Oh, wow.
On Hardcore Geek Wrestling.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going, but here's the problem. And it's not really a problem, but I have to stay off my phone.
Yeah.
Because it starts at 8 o'clock.
And Twitter will be a buzz.
Twitter will be a blowing up.
Facebook probably.
Yeah, and I probably got like some friends that'll probably be saying, hey, did you see, Nakamura kick Joe's dick off or something like that. I don't know, something crazy like that. So I really, for TakeOver, I have to
kind of tune out. Yeah,
I have to completely tune out. Not even while I'm out, while I get home. So the event's close to home, so I could probably get back around 1-2 o'clock in the morning, depending on how I feel. I might just watch it that night. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave you up to live tweeting.
Okay.
And poking the bear and getting who are you blocked by? Can we talk about really quick? You're one of the nicest guys I know in the world, but you're blocked by so many professional wrestlers like
Kalisto, Sin Cara, Hulk Hogan,
Titus O'Neil. Because I know you don't
Titus O'Neil. I think Darren Young hasn't blocked me yet.
He has not. Okay.
Kevin Owens hasn't blocked me, I don't think.
And Kevin Owens blocks everybody. I'm upset that Kevin Owens hasn't blocked me yet.
Jericho hasn't blocked me.
Oh, no.
Sami Zayn hasn't blocked me. That's really about it. Natty hasn't even blocked me. Naomi didn't even block me. I thought Naomi would block me.
Maybe. It's almost like your own streak. You're kind of undefeated.
Yeah.
That's here nor there. So, dude,
how Hulk Hogan blocked me, I will never understand.
Oh man, does that break your heart though?
It does. You know, when you grow up with a guy you watch since you're a kid and he blocks you and you support him even through his cocker, it hurts.
Yeah, we bought the sex tape Hulkster.
Yeah.
Or wait, did you? I don't know. Maybe I did. No, I didn't.
I didn't. I can't see the man naked. I'm sorry.
Just kidding. This is with his baby Hulkamaniacs.
That's right.
All right, dude. Hey, you want to do the honors and let's pull up the card for NXT Takeover?
Absolutely. Here it is.
NXT Takeover emanating from what arena in
the Aricana Center, home of the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Toronto Raptors, who lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, come on, we don't want to get our Canadian friends mad at us. Or
do we have a lot of Canadian friends?
We do, actually. Come on.
Oh, okay. Hey, I do love Canadian bacon, and I do love the band Rush.
Yeah, and Vince screwed Brett. So
that's
there.
Right.
All right, so let's pull up the card, man.
All right, so we'll start from the bottom because,
like Drake, and we start from the bottom now.
That's right, and he's from Toronto.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so the 2 out of 3 falls for the NXT tag titles between the Revival and hometown boy Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa from Boston.
Okay, so this one is one that I'm personally invested in just because I'm a huge Johnny Gargano fan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think half the city of independent wrestling fans of Cleveland are.
Yeah, and not even that. Like he's earned a lot of big reputation. Dragon Gate USA, PWG, Evolve. So I mean, like it's not just Cleveland. I think our Clevelanders obviously.
Yeah.
We obviously hold a special place in our heart. I had the privilege of going to his farewell indie show, which is kind of cool.
Jealous of that.
And then you and I, when we were at NXT, he got the pop of the night.
Oh, he got the huge pop of the night.
Like,
of course,
bigger pop than Finn Balor. Finn Balor was the champion. That was the night that Asuka almost killed Emma too. By the way, remember that?
I know. Emma hasn't been the same since. I love you, Emma.
She kicked her so hard she turned into Emelina.
Emma, if you're listening to the show, I love you with all your passion. Dump Zack Ryder. I'm getting single soon. Come on.
Now you're blocked by Emma.
I might actually be. Zack Ryder hasn't blocked me. Zack Ryder.
I love that, yeah.
Mojo Rawley is cool.
Mojo Rawley's our dude, yeah. So let's run. Okay, so NXT Tag Team titles. 2 out of 3 falls, right?
I'm going DIY because it's time for Revival to drop it and go up to the main roster.
You love the Revival. You're big on the Revival.
I used to hate them, but honestly, I hate them, but I love them. They're like that tag team you love to hate.
You know what they kind of remind me of? Like, do you remember like
the Minnesota Wrecking Crew?
Yeah, or like the Brainbusters and all
exactly.
that. Yeah,
that's kind of how they patent themselves after.
Yeah,
but honestly, I think they would be great for the main roster on Raw. They need another because I see Goldust and R-Truth retiring because
I disagree. I'd put them on SmackDown.
SmackDown would be a good one.
Mix them in with like. Just have them crush dudes like
the Vaudevillains.
Yeah, like Vaudevillains,
the Ascension,
Breezango, all those guys. And I love those guys, but it's like, I think SmackDown could use maybe one more
That's
tag
true.
team.
Breezango was fantastic on SmackDown with the Fashion Police and King Booker.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was the greatest.
King Booker rules.
All right, so I agree. I'm going to go with DIY. At first, here's my thing.
You thought for a long time that Ciampa was going to turn on Johnny.
That's what I'm saying. If they don't win,
Ciampa then turns on
Ciampa.
Johnny.
Can you see Johnny turning? I've never seen. Back in the day, back in the day, I've seen Johnny work heel.
Heel Johnny is like a heel Hulkster in Cleveland. It would break the kids' hearts.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh,
I agree.
Why
so
am I
yeah,
talking like Macho Man Randy Savage?
Right. So we have TM6
Australia.
Yeah, I like these guys.
I love them. Love them.
And then you have the authors of D'Lo. Am I the only one who thinks those guys look like giant D'Lo Browns?
They do look like giant D'Lo Browns. They put me to sleep. I think they put half the internet to sleep. Nobody likes the authors of pain.
Do you see what they're doing for this match, though? That they added a stipulation. They're putting Paul Ellerling in a cage, like a Shark Tank, and they're hanging him above the ring.
Are they really?
Yeah, dude.
That's like so 80s.
Yeah, and they brought it up. I guess there was a match, and excuse me for not being so aware of this. It's the last Battle of Atlanta. It's like a crazy cage match from back in the day. It's almost like I believe it was almost like the first Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, it was.
Think about it. And in that one, they had Ellerling suspended above the cage in another cage.
I would be freaked out being above there in a cage.
I remember they did it with Jerry Lawler when he was in a feud with Bret Hart, and I know they did it with Paul Bearer at Survivor Series '96.
That's right.
So, I don't know, man. It's kind of a weird thing.
But he doesn't really interfere in the matches, so I don't get why he's suspended.
He did at the last one, too.
Okay.
They were fighting DIY, so he interfered, and then Dash and Dawson came from under the ring and beat up Johnny, and then they pinned Tommaso. So I see why that would be the case. Who do you got in this one? I mean, everybody's really behind TM61, but
I'd like to see TM61, but you have to have a heel, and I
really want to see that match, DIY versus TM61. Like,
me too.
I want to see like that as a 2 out of 3 falls.
That I think so too. I don't know. The Authors of Pain really. I could see them going to. They would be a team like on Raw. That would be a good Raw tag.
I think at this point though, you got to keep anybody you can in NXT. Just because they brought so many people up. I mean,
here's the thing that gets me about this card is that there's only one women's match, and they've been really doing a lot with like Peyton Royce and Billie Kay lately, and Liv Morgan and all of them. And
are they going to be doing that?
No,
6-person tag.
No.
Okay, because like this week they
and like Ember Moon is not on this. Why you don't have Ember Moon?
I think they're gonna throw them on because like on Wednesday, spoiler if nobody has seen this, they had a thing where Liv Morgan was fighting Peyton Royce, Billie Kay got involved, and then Aaliyah came down, and then Ember Moon came down. So it was like 3-on-2. Like the heels were being outnumbered by the faces.
Yeah.
So then they had a backstage interview where Liv Morgan said, "Hey, you get a third person and meet us." They didn't say meet us in Toronto, but that would make sense. I mean,
but who would they get? Sarah Dodson?
Or who's the UFC girl? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Daria.
Yeah,
they get Daria. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Get her, or I don't know, maybe they'll bring back
Mandy Rose.
Oh yeah, where's Mandy Rose at?
She's been training. She's been good. Training? She's gorgeous.
You know, you can get Crazy Mary Dobson. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people you can get.
You get that chick from Sanity.
Oh, yeah, Nikki Cross.
Yeah. Is that Nikki Storm?
I think. Yeah, they just changed her name. Okay. So, yeah, Nikki Cross would be cool. Yeah, because Sanity's not on the pay-per-view.
I know.
Man, God, I really like their gimmick. It's so, like, just bizarre, but,
weird.
Like, I love their entrance. And I love Crazy Eric Young.
I think everybody loves Eric Young. I used to hate Eric Young. Now I love Eric Young.
Did you like Super Eric, or did you despise Super Eric?
I liked Eric Young when he was like really blonde in Team Canada.
Oh, the Don't Fire Eric Young?
Yeah.
That one? Okay, I remember that one. I'm going to go with TM61. That's my guys.
I would like to go with them too, and I'm going with them too.
Okay.
So far we're mutual.
Okay.
This next one, I think, is the only match that I truly look forward to on this card, and that's Bobby Roode versus Ty Dillinger.
Oh, dude. Okay, first of all, let's establish how much we love Ty Dillinger.
God, that man is...
Dude has been in WWE for a while, and I remember when they did a really nice video package with him on NXT, because I forgot he wrestled under their name. This might be his real name, I'm not sure. Sean Spears.
Yeah.
And he wrestled in the ECW version of, or WWE ECW, when they were bringing in like a lot of indie guys. He was in like OVW, and he was like the man in OVW. So I'm really into Ty Dillinger, and I remember how excited we got like when they're like, "Oh my God, Ty Dillinger actually has a T-shirt."
Yeah,
they're gonna do something with it. And he's gonna be on the new 2K game.
Yeah,
he's one of the downloadable.
He's got a great entrance. 10, and then he's got a guy who has the best entrance theme in any NXT and WWE, and Bobby Roode.
Yeah,
glorious.
So like both these guys are from Canada.
Yeah,
it's
this is so appropriate.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how many Canadian wrestlers were really on the roster.
Oh yeah, Zayn, Owens, Dillinger, Jericho.
Brock Lesnar technically is Canadian. He lives in Saskatchewan now.
Yeah, exactly. He's Canadian. Yeah, it's a pretty loaded. I think once we go to the main roster, like the Survivor Series, we'll see all the Canadians on there. But yeah, I'm looking for this match. It's like the Battle of Canada.
I'm going to go with, as much as I love Ty Dillinger, I'm going to give this one to Roode.
You have to go to Roode because Roode is going to be the next guy that's going after the title.
Oh, yeah. Hands down. Like, there's no better choice, in my opinion.
Yeah. And Dillinger goes to main roster. Dillinger goes...
I think
Dillinger would be a fit in SmackDown. He would be a perfect fit for SmackDown.
I think at this point, he'd be lost in the shuffle. I think they need to do a little bit more with him on NXT to build up his stock. Because here's the thing. You just take Ty Dillinger, right? Just the dude just goes 10, 10, 10. That's it. We know who he is. All right. But your normal, like,
But that's what about like
dude that just
like,
watches Monday Night Raw and
what
refuses
about
to watch anything else.
Kurt Hawkins? Nobody really knows who he is.
Yeah, I'm really worried about him. I love Kurt Hawkins.
But look at Apollo Crews.
Exactly.
Apollo Crews just lost to Luke Harper on Main Event. If you haven't watched Main Event yet.
I did not see that, but
yeah, Apollo Crews. What? Like, at least they're doing something now with Sami Zayn. Apollo Crews, it's like, whatever happened to him?
I know. I think Apollo Crews would be badass.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have to do a straight up fantasy booking episode because I have like gimmick ideas for him and other dudes. So, yeah, we'll move on from there. So yeah, we're both going with Bobby Roode. I totally agree with you. What's our next match for NXT?
It is the latest match, the women's match between the returning Mickie James versus Asuka.
So
this match makes no sense with Mickie James. I'm
well,
sorry.
you know what the original plan was?
No.
It was going to be Trish Stratus.
Oh.
And Trish is pregnant with her second child right now.
Lucky man.
I think second child. I believe.
Yes, she's got one already.
Okay, I don't know if it's like second.
Oh, you know who else? No, it was Beth Phoenix.
It was definitely Trish.
Okay, because Beth Phoenix has just had another baby too with Edge.
Yeah, everybody, all the former divas are having babies. Like Brooke Adams just had a baby. I think Layla maybe had one. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Layla's trying to have a kid.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I miss her. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I always liked Layla.
She was funny.
So yeah, the original plan was they were going to do Trish Stratus. That would make so much sense to have her
because she's Canadian
in Toronto. Yeah, I think she's on the same level as Mickie James. I mean, Trish Stratus has I think got a little bit more name recognition because she was put on a higher pedestal in WWE than Mickie James. But Mickie James is, after Trish retired, after Lita retired, then your main, your top girl was Mickie James because at that time...
what's kind of odd is the fact that they have Mickie James and Kenny, and of course they dated, they're engaged, and
she was with John Cena too.
And she was with John Cena, and John.
That's right.
But he's cool. Ken Doane said he's cool with Cena now.
Oh, okay. They got to get rid of the Spirit Squad.
Oh God, yeah.
I can't stand Spirit Squad. Sorry.
I am going to go with Asuka on this. I don't think you dropped the title yet, and I don't really know who she faces. The women's division, I think, is really down in NXT right now.
Yeah, that's my thing too. That's another reason why I'm saying you really don't want to move anybody up. Like I know they just signed Mary Dobson. You got Nikki Storm down there. You got Ember Moon. You got a lot of the girls who are kind of like doing like the house show tours, but you want to make sure that you kind of build people up before you can send off like an Asuka or I think Mickie should lose. Honestly, I love Mickie James, but I mean, who says that it's just a one and done? I mean, she could stay down in NXT. I think that's awesome.
True.
Rhino was in NXT for a while.
Yeah, now he's loved,
and everybody loves Rhino.
Rhino is loved now.
I can never look at Cheese Whiz and Crackers the same way.
Me either.
I love Rhino. Yeah, I'm gonna go Vox. Asuka. Can't even talk. I think her next challenger is obviously it's going to be Ember Moon.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to that personally. But I think this is going to be this one. Other than the main event, I think is really going to be your show stealer of the match.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I think because let me ask you this: does Mickie James come out to her weird theme, or is she going to do like some new country theme?
It's going to be some generic theme like they did for the freaking Headbangers. I loved you, Headbangers. So happy to see you.
They've been jobbing the Headbangers out
so
much.
I know, but it's so great to see them on my TV.
Yeah.
Especially on Tuesday night. What a weird tag team. And there's the Headbangers with the freaking Ascension and all that.
That's super weird. They should like totally form a stable, like the weird makeup dude stable. Just, I don't know. Are we at the main event now?
We are, which is going to be Shinsuke Nakamura versus Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joey.
I'm not really.
Guy.
I don't know. I'm just kind of.
How can you not get excited for Nakamura and Joe?
I am for Nakamura. I don't know because it happened already, and it's just.
It was awesome though when it happened.
It was, but I don't know.
Nakamura broke Joe's jaw in that match. Literally.
I know. I don't know.
I remember the cable went out like right at the finish.
I really like when Nakamura was chasing the title.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think, chasing the title's good, but...
They're going to have him win because, honestly, it's going to be Bobby Roode. I think Samoa Joe... But the problem is, I think he would get lost as well on the main roster.
Well, Samoa Joe is the only person I think you can put to the main roster. Not at this point.
Put him up on Raw. That's the only way to do it.
Dude, I say it like this. Okay, here's your finish to NXT Takeover, right? Nakamura.
A screw job?
No, dude. I don't think we're gonna get no screwy jobs this year. Honestly, I think it's because it's at this point it's cliche. It's like, oh, we're in Canada. Let's do some weird screw job. Let's put somebody in the sharpshooter and ring the bell. Yeah, let's do that shit. No, we're not gonna do that. Here's the finish. I see a crazy ass match, maybe a little bit of color.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Super strong style, no pun intended. Just chops and nasty kicks and crazy false finishes. And Nakamura will get the win for like a super crazy corkscrew Kinshasa. I don't know. Like just the craziest Kinshasa you can find, right?
Yeah.
They will shake hands at the end, right?
Oh.
Joe will be like, "This, you have the floor." He'll get out of the ring where Nakamura will be celebrating. Out comes Bobby Roode out of nowhere, takes out Nakamura, stands tall with the NXT title in Toronto. That sets up the feud for Bobby Roode. Joe is now a face. He can move on to fight whoever at this point. And there you go.
That's true.
And so I think like you put Joe in a few feuds. You have Joe's like going to be like your sub boss.
You put Joe back on Raw.
Yeah.
On Monday night, all of a sudden you hear, duh, whatever Joe sings.
I think it's too soon. I think it's too soon. I think here's what you do.
He's been in NXT for a while though.
Yeah, but think about it. Like Sami Zayn was there for like 2 or 3 years. So was Neville. So like you look at it like this. You have
where is Neville?
He was on I think Superstars. Yeah, but what you do is you have Bobby Roode take out Nakamura, stands tall, right? So like he does like the challenge, but William Regal doesn't play it like that. William Regal's like, no, you're gonna get through Samoa Joe. So it's gonna be this whole number one contenders thing, right? So Roode will get past Joe. That will kind of be like Joe will have like one more match, maybe against like Roderick Strong at the next Takeover, like Takeover. Probably like Takeover Texas, right? They'll probably do another one of those before the Rumble, then Joe debuts in the Rumble.
Yeah, Takeover Texas. Yeah, because they'll do something the night before the Rumble.
Yeah, you got to have like a proper send off for him.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, so
it's only 2 months away too. So.
Exactly. So it's not like you got to have something. You can't just be like, hey, guess what? I beat you up, and I'm gonna get a title shot. That kind of works on the main roster. But that's why I love William Regal, because he's like, no, shit doesn't go down like that.
William Regal's awesome. William Regal should be in the Hall of Fame.
I know. I totally agree.
He's a cool dude.
We have to have
Did I ever show you a picture of me? Maybe?
Yeah, totally, yeah. I'm super jealous.
Somewhere on my Facebook.
Super jealous of that.
Me, be jealous.
So that's NXT TakeOver. That's our take on it. I think we pretty much agreed on every match. Did we even come up? I said Nakamura goes over.
Nakamura goes over.
You saw, okay, so we both agreed Nakamura goes over.
Definitely. Man, that Rey Mysterio mask is awesome, by the way.
All right, so
So now we're going to the official Survivor Series 2016.
Is this also in the same arena?
Yes.
Okay.
It is in the same. Actually, Takeover, I believe, is Takeover in the same arena? I can't remember. I think it is. Yes, it is. So yes, it is in the same arena.
Okay.
So which means they'll probably have the same set. Boo. Team 6-1, who's from also
black or gray ring mat for some reason.
That's because it's a Triple H effect.
Maybe. I don't know.
Vince runs WWE.
Yeah,
Triple H, the game, does NXT.
Perhaps. Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, dude, so let's... do we have any pre-show matches announced? There's only like 6 matches.
There's 6 for Survivor Series, and no, nothing has been announced yet, but I'm sure there will be tomorrow or Sunday. They might throw something up. Didn't they do like that? Like the Goldust returned to last year's Survivor Series. You remember that was like the pre-show, and all of a sudden Goldust comes out.
Oh yeah, that was super weird. Last year's Survivor Series, I just like to completely forget about.
Yeah, because I remember that because Goldust came out pre-show, like, oh wow, Goldust is out. Like he returned from injury or something like that. Because this is when Cody was in full-fledged Stardust mode and everything like that. And last year's Survivor Series you despised with a passion. Undertaker had the greatest entrance, though, in the history of entrances.
He did. Like, he had that weird...
Can we talk real quick about that entrance on Tuesday night? I know it's like he's 51 and we're both 32. I don't know what it is. I still get chills every time he comes out.
Oh, dude, it's the Undertaker.
It's the greatest entrance ever.
Well, like Edge said it best on Talking Smack. He said, like, no matter, how many times he's been in the ring with him or seen it, like, no matter what, that entrance, you get chills for. And it's one of those things that, like, you feel it more when you're in the arena and it happens. And it's like, you never want to miss the Undertaker's entrance.
True. I do think we'll get a pre-show, speaking of which, back, because I know we only have a select number of time. Because Dolph Ziggler got screwed on SmackDown, I see Dolph Ziggler in a pre-show Survivor Series match with 5 other people, maybe from SmackDown, like 5 random guys.
Yeah.
Like Apollo Crews.
Oh, yeah, why don't you have, like, I don't want to say it like this, but you have, like, the Jabroni tag team match.
So you'd have, like, Ziggler, Crews...
Kalisto. Oh, no, Kalisto's in a match. Never mind.
Yeah, Kalisto's in a match.
They'll just put Sin Cara there because everybody hates Sin Cara now.
Yeah. Well, Sin Cara's on Raw, so...
I know. They're just going to banish him.
Yeah, they'll put him on Raw, and it could be like a Sin Cara and like all the weird dudes on Raw. You could have Luke Harper on that SmackDown team. And
is Luke Harper... I don't know. Yeah, he's not wrestling at all.
Luke Harper's wrestling. He just wrestled Apollo Crews on...
No, is he on the card?
No. Bray Wyatt is, and so is Randy Orton.
Okay. Do you buy this whole Randy Orton in the Wyatt family?
Daniel Bryan 2.0, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Yeah, dude, let's run down the card. Let's do this.
Okay.
Prediction time.
Prediction time. There will be a pre-show match with Dolph Ziggler involved. That's a prediction.
It'll be the Jabroni match.
Yes.
And I love Dolph, kind of.
He's a Cleveland guy.
But I love Miz. I gotta love Miz.
Which leads us into the first official match, The Miz versus Sami Zayn.
This is where my crazy, weird booking comes in mind. Okay, so it's going to be a decent match. Because here's the thing. People want to hate on The Miz all they want. But Miz puts on fucking amazing matches lately.
Yes, thank you. So agrees with me.
Yes. So here's my prediction. It's going to be a really good match.
Okay.
You're going to see Maurice try to get involved. It's going to backfire. Maurice. And Sami Zayn will win the title.
Ooh, okay.
So.
But Steph gets excited. So then tell me what happens then. Okay,
so after this... you're gonna see Daniel. It's gonna be a backstage segment, maybe later on, right?
Okay.
Miz is like so pissed off.
Okay.
And Daniel Bryan says, "Hey, guess what? Tough loss. He's gonna really be like kind of rubbing it in.
Okay.
And he's gonna just be, hey, so you've been traded to Raw.
Ooh.
So Miz is gonna say." Fine. He's like, good. I'm glad. I'm going to get out here, and the first thing I'm going to do what you couldn't do. I'm going to take back my Intercontinental title. And then he's going to say something like, who's the jabroni that you traded me for? And he's going to go, well, none other than the new Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn and the IC title are on SmackDown. That's the last FU to Miz from Daniel Bryan. So you could put the kibosh on that storyline without having to have Daniel Bryan get in the ring. I know it's going to suck to have Miz on Raw because I really like him on SmackDown, but that's how that works. That's how you do it.
And honestly,
Kevin Dunn.
Sami Zayn is lost on Raw, so he wouldn't be lost on SmackDown.
And another thing that adds to that is there was a backstage promo with Zayn and Stephanie where she says, you know what, she's like, your presence, like, I despise your presence, your happy-go-lucky, your ska music.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was the night that he won the number one contendership.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that's what you do.
They got knocked out of Hulu. I think that's why I didn't see
Oh, there it goes. So that's how I would book it.
That's how most independent fans would book it because they love Sami.
Do you love Sami?
No.
You don't like Sami Zayn?
No, I am an sorry folks, I am an anti-Sami Zayn fan.
How can you not like Sami? Did you like him as El Generico?
No, I'm just not a Sami Zayn guy.
Oh man, I love the guy.
I'm sorry. He just doesn't interest me. Kevin Owens interests me. Because I think he's fat like me. I'm not really fat, but I like him.
Kevin Owens is the man. But
Kevin Owens is awesome.
That's another thing.
Chris Jericho is the man, okay? Chris Jericho is the real man. Chris Jericho is the best. He's my MVP of 2016. When we have our awards show, Chris Jericho is going to get 3 awards.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that New Year's weekend for sure.
Yes.
All right, so I got Sammy going over. Who do you got?
I hate to agree with you, but it's going to be Sammy.
Yeah.
All right, so next match. The Brian Kendrick, who has put everybody to sleep, versus Kalisto. Kalisto, for sure. And I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because of that new show, 205 Live.
Isn't it going on right after SmackDown?
It goes right on after SmackDown, so it makes no sense why it's still on Raw, considering the fact that it's going to be aired on SmackDown. So there's your answer, because Talking Smack is now on 11 o'clock after the 205 Live. So Kalisto wins. And it gives the fact of transitioning champion of Brian Kendrick and gives people somewhat excited about the cruiserweights, because the cruiserweights have been unexciting like the Cleveland Browns of 2016.
Okay. So I do like that. I like your booking, and I'm a Kendrick fan.
And Kalisto has not won a title since he's been in WWE, and this would be a huge thing.
He's a 2-time U.S. champion.
I'm sorry. Cruiserweight, my bad. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
I forgot he was a cruiserweight champion. He's a bad cruiserweight champion. Or
U.S.
champion, whatever.
Yeah, that's okay. I could see that.
He was meant for that title.
So, yeah, and here's the thing. You could still continue the storyline because the whole division's going to move over. Here's what I would do. And I know one of our podcast friends and our one of my favorite shows I listen to like religiously, Matt Men, they talked about, why don't you put 205 Live on at 7 o'clock as the lead-in to SmackDown?
Because I think a lot of people, because it affects your West Coast viewers. This one can really...
Yeah, but having shit on at 11 o'clock, it affects all your viewers because they're going to go to bed because normal people have to go to work.
The problem with if you do it at 7 too is ticket sales. Because the fact that when you buy a ticket to, like, say, go to Raw or SmackDown, it always starts secondly at 7:30.
Yeah, well, you kind of look at it like this. Like when we go to Raw or SmackDown, they always have like
they have Superstars at Raw.
Superstars
and it starts at
7:30.
Main event starts at 7:30, 7:35. Okay. So it's a full hour show dedicated to them. So it's the only time, because SmackDown is technically 8 to 10.
I think you should put it on after NXT. NXT ends at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Or put it on before NXT.
Put it on before, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it needs to be live. You can pre-tape it.
I think because they have to make it interesting with live with the cruiserweights, because it's failed since it's been on the main roster.
Yeah, here's my...
And the acting has been really bad, too.
My 2 gripes about the cruiserweight division, and everybody knows I'm a big cruiserweight fan. I don't like how they changed the ropes.
I hate that.
That's stupid. And why can't they interact with the other roster?
Exactly.
It's like they're on an island by themselves. So I think if you integrate them with
because it's like a WCW type thing.
Yeah, and I think also you can do some trades, do some flips and flops, get Sin Cara over there, get
I
Neville.
think he is there. Because officially, if
that's how you
that's
can
the
move
stipulation.
Yeah,
the stipulation is if Kalisto wins, SmackDown gets the cruiserweights.
Okay, so
that includes Sin Cara.
That
includes Neville is not mentioned on there, but he would Perkins and Kendrick and Golick and Nice and all those guys.
Yeah, I'm
Cedric
totally pumped about that.
Goes to SmackDown.
I totally like it. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Give Neville though. I'd rather have Neville the cruiserweight, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Neville excites me more.
I'm cool with that.
Kalisto blocked me. Boo.
Oh, jeez.
Neville hasn't blocked me.
Listen to the salt over here. Guys, salty as a pretzel right now.
Kalisto is going to win, though.
What's the next match?
It's the first Survivor Series match announced. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown Tag Divisions.
All right, so we got the New Day. We got the Club. We have
Sheamus and Cesaro. End Zone Big Cass. And the Shining Stars. Yes, because Goldust and R-Truth are going to be on the Jobber Squad for Raw pre-show.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so who's on the SmackDown side?
SmackDown side, Slater and Rhino, Hype Bros, American Alpha, the Usos, and my favorite tag team right now, Breezango.
All right.
I'm going to Team SmackDown because Team Raw's tag team is atrocious.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a lot of infighting with Team Raw, and I think they really...
SmackDown is more into it, and it's mostly all faces minus the Usos, because Breezango is like...
You're going to see a lot of people turning.
Comedy spots.
Yeah. You're gonna see, you'll see probably the club walk out or club turn on people, and they'll Team Raw will definitely implode. So I totally agree, and that'll set up some other.
They're not
storylines.
giving up New Day's tag titles because of the fact they're waiting
Demolition
until they beat Demolition,
which will be around the Roadblock pay-per-view.
Correct.
I did the math, so we'll find that
I'll
out.
be there possibly.
All
Still have
right.
a ticket available. All right, next match.
So we got a few minutes left. Let's wrap it up.
Women's match, Team Raw, Team SmackDown. I'm going to go with Team Raw in this because how weird though was it to see Bayley beating up somebody?
A lot of people were upset about that. So we got, what's Team Raw? We got Nia
Jax, Sasha Banks, Alicia Fox.
I'm
Strange.
happy about that, yeah.
Bayley and Charlotte.
Okay, I'm totally cool. And then Team SmackDown, we got Becky Lynch, we got Alexa Bliss, Nikki,
Carmella, and Naomi with Natalya as their coach.
with Natalya. Maybe she'll do the farting gimmick. Who knows? Man.
I'm going with Team Raw just because they're loaded. I hate to say it.
I think this is where you need to showcase Nia Jax just kicking the shit out of everybody.
She's the female Braun Strowman.
I know.
That's what's going to happen in the next match.
Lady Braun.
Right. Team Raw, I think, will win. Team Raw will dominate Survivor Series. I think they'll win this one, and I think they'll win the men's one as well.
Yes, I do agree. Okay, what's our next match? Is that the men's one?
That's the men's one.
Okay, so this is where my crazy booking comes in again.
The Lesnar versus Goldberg.
No, let's do the tag match, and then we'll end with the big boys. We have Team Raw, which consists of Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman taking on the team of AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, with James Ellsworth. And Shane McMahon. Shane O'Mac. So here's what I'm predicting, right?
Shane needs to pick somebody to replace him.
Crazy spots. No, I think Shane's going to kick some ass in this one.
John Cena.
I don't know.
I want John Cena.
I'd be all right with that. But I think Shane would be kind of cool in this one. Here's the thing. Taker came out, said, first of all, I said, I'm not letting WrestleMania define me. I'm back. So it's cool. Like, he's going to be like, hey, I'm wrestling more than once a year. Okay. So he says, his exact words were, you guys should never be, you should never fear failing, but should you fail, you should fear the Reaper or fear me, right? Okay, so here's what we do. We're going to see crazy spots. We're going to see Shane he's going to jump off the building. Okay, he's going to do that.
He always does something stupid.
We're going to see Braun Strowman destroy James Ellsworth.
Oh.
We will see that. The finish will be Seth Rollins. Oh. And you will see an imploding of Jericho and Owens.
Jericho Owens at Roadblock.
Yes. Okay.
You book that. I'm going.
So here is this kind of sets up some stuff for the future. Your final four will be Rollins and Reigns taking on Styles and Ambrose. Ooh. Okay. Where you get to the point where let's say Styles is kicking the shit out of, like, let's say Rollins, right? So he tags in Ambrose, and then he kind of is like real bossy. So they kind of start fighting, right? To the point where, okay, let me flip it around.
Are we getting a shield?
No, here we go. So this is going to be the thing. We're going to do a whole, Styles will get pinned.
Okay.
And he'll blame Ambrose, right?
Okay, because they're facing off against each other.
So it'll look like it's going to be 2-on-1.
TLC.
And then Styles comes in, Styles clashes Ambrose, and then Team Raw gets the pin, right? So Styles is celebrating, right? Styles is going nuts, and then all of a sudden Ambrose gets in there. And then this is where you get the Shield, like a mid-cost team SmackDown the victory. Here's the thing, because this will set up Royal Rumble, AJ Styles versus The Undertaker.
Oh man,
because that's your guy from Texas. That you're not as much as I want it. We're not going to get Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles. You will get AJ Styles and The Undertaker because AJ Styles cost the team the victory. He'll be talking all this shit, saying like, you know what, I was in control, this and that, but I don't need Team SmackDown. I'm the champ that runs the camp. All this other bullshit. Gong goes off.
Nope.
He's like, what did I tell you?
Taker's going to win Rumble. Taker's going to win Rumble in Texas, and that's when Cena wins 16.
No. Hear me out. This continues. Okay, this continues. Somehow Taker wins the title at Rumble. Cena wins the Rumble.
Oh, shit. That's even better.
Cena, Taker, Mania.
And that's why he said, because Mania does not define my legacy.
And then Cena gets 16, possibly, or...
He gets 16 at Mania.
And then Taker retires.
Yes.
All right. Guys, we got a few minutes left. Let's get to the main event.
Paul Heyman said it's going to be a short match between Goldberg Lesnar. Lesnar destroys Goldberg, and I never have to see Goldberg on my TV again.
Okay, I know you hate Goldberg. I don't know why, but you hate Goldberg so much.
Rated.
So, are they going to cheer Goldberg because Brock is from Saskatchewan?
No, they are going to boo the hell out of him. Lesnar is going to get more cheers. I mean, literally, it's like he's going to get more cheers than the Republicans are chanting for Donald Trump.
Oh my God. Okay.
Lesnar all the way, man.
We're going to keep this, we're going to keep it non-political. Non-political, boys and girls. All right. I think it's going to be a better match than Mania 20. It's going to be a brawl because...
They said it's short, but I think it's going to be less than 10 minutes short.
I think it's going to be brutal. We're going to see some color. We're going to
Somebody's getting screwed. I'm telling you, it's a screw job.
This is my the last of my crazy booking. We have less than 3 minutes left in the show. All right, here we go. It's going to be a crazy knockdown, drag-out fight, right?
Okay.
Lesnar is going to continuously F5 Goldberg.
Oh,
He's
shit.
going to beat him up. It's going to be another referee stoppage.
Ooh.
Right? So you can kind of write Goldberg off. I think he'll have a couple matches. He'll come back in the Rumble. Write him off TV for a little bit. He's beating him up. You get like friggin' Goldberg's wife and son, which they've been showing on TV. They jump in the ring. They're like trying to cover him up. Lesnar, and then you have like Heyman, like, hey, not the kid, leave him alone, you're going too far. You hear, if you smell the Rock is cooking.
Oh my God.
Rock comes out, it's 20-year anniversary, comes out and kind of, fends off Brock. That sets you up for Rock Brock WrestleMania. Drops mic, but I'm not going to drop the mic because these are expensive.
Rock versus Brock at WrestleMania.
Cena versus Taker.
Oh, you have to make it big. It's huge. It's another WrestleMania. They have to make it big.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's my predictions. I do see, Brock's definitely going to win this one. He's going to get his win back, but you got to do it. That's what you're going to do. You're going to make it look like just insane. You could do some shenanigans.
Double main event, Rock Brock. Well, triple main event will be Rock Brock, whoever the Raw Universal Champion
It'll be like, I think Balor will get it. Balor will win.
Balor versus Owens. Mm-hmm. And, the women's title will be probably Sasha versus Charlotte again.
And then you do some kind of weird
Shield.
No,
it's going to be Bayley versus Sasha at WrestleMania.
That's possible. And then you do Shield versus Club.
Yes.
Bam.
WrestleMania booking already set.
WrestleMania is booked. All right, guys.
Tickets were on sale today.
They do. All right, we did that with less than 2 minutes to spare. Guys,
woo!
For all of our past episodes, you can check us out I gave the old website at hardcoregeekcast.com. Check us out right here on Spreaker, on iHeartRadio, on iTunes, pretty much anywhere you want to find your favorite pro wrestling podcast. Just type in the words Hardcore Geek Wrestling. That's us.
Love you long time, and you love us long time.
That's right. And we are on Twitter and all those other places at HC Geekcast and at Geek Wrestling. Chase, we can check you out at ChaseM262. Myself, Mr. Showtime 84. And, man, I can't believe we got all that in.
Woo!
All right, so.
Harper's on my TV now. Life is good.
All right, let's watch shitty Survivor Series matches the rest of the night.
Yes.
All right, guys, have a good night.
Peace.